Today I'll be playing Seraphon. I have Koatl's Claw as my constellation. My grand strategy is Realmshaper Guardians. My general is the Oldblood on Carnosaur here. He is going to have the command trait Vengeful Defender for the hero phase move. I have 2 Scar Veterans on Carnosaur, the red and green. The red one has the Blade of Realities for extra damage against heroes and extra rend. Slann Starmaster has Hoarfrost as his spell. Have 1 unit of 6 Kroxigor and 3 units of 10 Saurus Warriors, all with clubs, and the Emerald Lifeswarm. I have 1990 points with a battle regiment for a 3-drop.
And what's your grand strategy?
My grand strategy is Realmshaper Guardians.
Hello everyone, got us another rat list here. A little bit different change up from the previous bell list that I've been playing. If you've been watching today, we've got our general front and center here. The Gracier on foot, on the Stegodon head there. He's got the command trait for the Shaman of the Chilled Lands to know the lore of the Primal Frost. And he's also got Death Frenzy and Skitter Leap as his 2 spells, because we took a Warlord for an extra spell enhancement. We've got Skaven right here with his Plague Pack so that we could do some objective control and blowing up. Got another Plague Priest on foot that knows the Rabid Prayer for +1 to attacks characteristics. And we have 2 units of 10 Censer Bearers instead of the 30 Plague Monks that I was playing before. And as a result, we are giving the Furnace the Prayer Heal instead of Fill Filth for +1 to wound. We're going to heal and see how that works out, just as an extra utility piece. 2 units of 20 Clan Rats for our battle line. Warp Grinder for off-board deployment. 3 endless spells, the Gravetide, the Pendulum, and the Maelstrom. We'll give that a try. Our Hell Pit as well. We'll be having the Toughened Sinews ability mutation today for +2 to his characteristics and +1 to save. So it'll be 16 wounds on a 4-up. This bell with the red flames is going to have Flaming Weapon and Levitate. This bell over here with the green flames is going to have Death Frenzy and Skitter Leap, and the artifact for Skaven Brew, +1 to attacks characteristics for a unit within 3 inches in exchange for taking D3 mortal wounds. So, and our grand strategy is going to be Arch Corruptors of the Mortal Realms. We have to have 3 heroes, Master Clan, Pestilence combination, alive at the end of the battle. So basically just means any of my 3 heroes that we have. And we're coming in at 1990 points. So we're tied. Nobody's going to get the triumph in this game. Today we are playing limited resources. 6 objective map. Deployment half and half. Could make some battle tactics difficult turn 1. The twist on this one is that you can only control the same objective that you controlled last turn for 2 turns consecutively, essentially. So it says that when the player gains control of an objective, they start siphoning the meltwater from it. And after scoring your victory points, if the player whose turn it is controls an objective, they control the last of their previous turn. They've siphoned it all, so you can't score it again. So it is 1-2 more scoring. And here's our deployments. You want to tell me what you're thinking over here?
Kind of putting this here to help me with the aura of +1 to the draw attacks for this objective. And maybe this objective, just trying to get the most out of that. It also will maybe stop the Deep Strike from being able to hit at this stuff harder once it moves up. Have the Oldblood here in the middle to give out commands to as many people as he can. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. We got our deployment over here. Got the Hell Pit near on the same side of the board as the Realmshaper engine. See if we destroy that, then we get a chance to deny his grand strategy. We got both bells within 30 inches for the unbinds attempts. Shrug off for the Gracier on foot there onto the Clan Rats and such within 3 inches. All the priests are wholly within 13 of each other and within 3 inches of the novel, so there'll be +2 their chance. 1 unit of Censer Bearers on the field, and in Deep Strike or underground with the warp grinder. We've got 1 unit of 10 sensor bearers, and we got our endless spells over here on the side. You finished deploying because I was 9 drops actually, not 13.
Gonna give you the turn.
Gonna give me the turn. Okay, going to Skaven turn 1, and we're gonna take our battle tactic Crescendo of the Diseased Choir. Chant 3 prayers. Okay, here we are, end of the movement phase for Skaven. We kind of moved up. We did some casting. We got our Maelstrom off. Then we charged it up. We failed to get all our spells off to charge it up, but we used the Skaven Brew artifact to knock off 3 D3 clan rats, gave them +1 attacks, but what happened is we killed 3 models within range of the Maelstrom to charge it up for its final topping it off. So we threw it up here, and we hit 4 of your units there. What did two pretty much everywhere?
2, 3, and 3.
Okay, and then we did a flat 3 to the bell here. We shrugged off 2, flat 3 here, did 2, and 1 for the furnace there, 2, and then 1 more on this clan rat unit here. All in all, that's fine. We got our prayers off for +1 attacks characteristics. We did get Death Frenzy off on this sensor bearer unit. And we got our battle tactic for chanting 3 prayers and a Great Plague, which allows us to get reroll prayer rolls for the rest of the game. Got a Mystic Shield and Arcane Bolt off on this bell, and a Bless off on the Hell Pit there, kind of sitting in a reserved position. Skavic is within range of this objective to blow it up with his prayer and make it to where his Plague Pack's the only one that can contest it. Clan Rat units are wholly within 13 for Battle Shock Immunity of the Furnace. And that's our turn. No charges. Scoring this objective here, this one over here, and our home one. We deployed on this one because we saw him deploy on 2 of his home ones. So ideally would have not, if he doesn't deploy on both of them or deploys only on one of them, then we would want to move up to the middle 2, and that would give us score more without having to start the timer for the melt water on one of our home objectives. So we stayed off of this one. So we got 3, so we'll score 1, 2 more, 5 points going into Seraphon. Turn 1.
End of the shooting phase. I picked from battle tactic, led into the Maelstrom. I should be able to get that.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Moved everything up here.
Hero phase moved?
Yeah, hero phase moved, sorry. These 2 units to get them more movement, and this guy, that didn't affect much. But these guys moving up, hopefully just threaten that objective if these guys get caught up in a fight. They moved up a little bit, the Warriors, just both of them just to be a threat to that objective in case these units go to support here, or just this guy's a countercharge to that, or the vice versa. He got Hoarfrost and Mystic Shield on the Kroxigor. He finest houred.
I looked at Ren 3 on the Kroxigor.
Yes, Ren 3 on the Kroxigor, not the Moonhammers, but the other weapons. And shot at the Hell Pit, doing 2 damage with the Sunbolt Gauntlet.
Yep, he's got a shooting army, guys. 1 shooting attack makes it a shooting army.
And yeah, going into charge phase.
Charge phase, Seraphon.
Finished my turn. I scored 5 points for 1, 2 objective, got that one, and more. Can't score those next turn.
No, it's if it's your turn.
Oh,
next
yeah.
turn.
Yeah, okay. So got that and battle tactic for lend to the Maelstrom. I have both the battle line, I think those count, this one, and the hero. So got that for the 5 points.
Did some combats.
Combat. He only has 2 wounds left. Shrugged some onto the clan rats. 2 Kroxigors were killed by Arcane Bolt and
the bell.
Combat. Took some wounds on the Carnosaur.
Yep, 6
Did
wounds.
not attack the Hell Pit like I thought I would, but I guess he is locked up there from getting to my warriors back here, unless he retreats. Yeah, that's it.
Here, got 2 wounds left on the bell. The 3 up bodyguards didn't really work out for us. We ended up taking 7, I think, from the Kroxigors, and then another 6 from the Carnosaur. So we'll see here. Roll off going into see who's got turn choice.
5
to 5.
You went first last time.
I went first. We're gonna go into a Skaven turn because I get a Vermin Lord on a 2 up, and I'd rather my bell not die. So Skaven turn 2. Here we are, top of turn 2, Skaven. We took as our battle tactic led into the Maelstrom. We were thinking about flee, retreat a battle line and a hero, but we actually surround and destroy because of the Hell Pit and the Bell, but we were at 3-inch movement because of the bracketing, so we couldn't get out of there. So we picked led into the Maelstrom. We're moving up the Furnace and the Bell there. We tried for the Maelstrom. He said no to it. We basically didn't get many casts off. He unbound most of the good ones, dreaded 13th. We did get our Verminlord on a 2-up here with the Bells, and we didn't get any good aura for this one. We got 2-up, does D6 mortals if you charge on both Bells, so we're kind of thinking about sending him in for the mortals. We did get a Great Plague off with the prayer off of the priest here, and did 2d6 mortal wounds for 8 to the Kroxigors. There's only 2 of them left now. We tried for a blizzard, rolled too low and only had 1 primal to throw at it, so we didn't get that. We did get our Befoul prayer off on this objective right here, and we do have our Plague Pack contesting it just barely, so we will own that one. Finest Houred this Bell, healed it with the heal prayer from the Furnace. It's now got, it's at 11 wounds, so it's got 4 left. And we Finest Houred it as well. We got our Rabid prayer off, but we put it on the Furnace. Did not get Death Frenzy off, but we did get the Gravetide over here. Did 5 mortal wounds to this unit, which is nice. Kind of blocking a little bit with it right now. And in the end of the movement phase, we deep struck our Warp Grinder over here and our 10 Sensor Bearers back here. See if we can try and establish magical dominance on the board and potential battle tactic in the future to make it easier. Trying to stack those. We did some shooting with the Verminlord, did only 1 wound on him. So here we go. We are going into the charge phase for Skaven. Okay, here we are, end of Skaven turn 2, top of turn 2. We took that into Maelstrom as our battle tactic, and we made our charges over here. Our charges in the back there with the Sensor Bearers, and we killed the Slann, so that's helpful for future battle tactics. Did some charge damage over here with our 2-ups D6. Did 6 mortal wounds on them, but they passed their battle shot. Little slapping back and forth. These guys passed theirs. We finished off the last Kroxigor. We killed the Carnosaur with Screech on its -3 rend, 3 damage aspect there, knowledge level. And we got our prayer off for Befoul on this objective, so we're controlling it. But we've siphoned the Meltwater off of this objective, this one, and that one. So we cannot score them anymore. We scored them for these 2 turns, and we won't be able to score them for the rest of the battle. So we do get our 5 points this turn, bringing it to 10 to 5. Going into Seraphon turn 2.
I finished the shooting phase for Seraphon. I picked Bait and Trap as my battle tactic. I'm going to do that by retreating these 2 units of warriors and charging in these 2 Carnosaurs. Might also charge in these guys. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I want to kill the Bell. Might not be a great idea, but I want to kill that. I want to kill the Hell Pit. That's not going to happen, both of those things, I don't think. But I want to start getting some damage on him. Yeah, I'd like to get 5 points this turn. So that would be great. That's it.
All right.
I'll go into charge phase.
Charge phase.
End of the turn. I completed my battle tactic for Bait and Trap. We charged in. I killed the Hell Pit. Did a bunch of wounds to Screech, right?
Yeah, you got him down to 9 wounds. The Warriors slapped and the 5-up wars didn't come.
Did not take the objective over there though. Did some damage over here. Let's see.
Hell Pit died and blew up and didn't get the 5-up to come back, but he rolled the 4-up, so everybody within 3 inches took D3 mortal wounds. So you got 12 wounds on the Carnosaur. The Bell's still somehow alive, but staying with 1 wound left.
I siphoned all the Meltwater from these 2 objectives.
Yep.
So it's done for that. Scored 4 points for the turn.
Yep. Looking at 10 to 9 Skaven's favor. Roll off for the turn 3. Got a 5, 6 for Seraphon.
I'm gonna be taking it.
Taking the double turn. Seraphon going in at top of turn 3.
End of turn 3.
Top of turn 3, Seraphon?
Yeah, top turn 3. I did all the stuff I wanted to do. I did a lot more than I thought. The Carnosaur killed the bell in shooting and was able to charge into Screech. Use the special monstrous rampage you get from going Coalesced to eat the one guy who's contesting this objective, so I could take that. And then also kill Screech from a battle tactic Apex Predator and take that objective, so I took those 2. And since you don't control any objectives except for this one you just contest, I also control more, so I got the 5 points. Did quite a lot of damage over here. Pretty good.
Bell's looking at 10 wounds right now.
What else?
Yeah, so let's just zoom in on this for a second here. The interaction that was pretty good. This objective was befouled by the War Scroll Prayer from Skavic here, which meant that only this warband could contest the objective, which means that he wouldn't have been able to take the objective unless he killed the unit, even though I had siphoned all the meltwater from it. But I only had the one model within range, because that's all I could fit last turn, with how my models were and everything. So what he did is he used his monstrous rampage, which is what? How does that work?
Let me get the actual thing. It's called Gargantuan Jaws. Only a Carnosaur can do it. Pick an enemy model 3 inches away and you roll a dice if it's, I think it's greater. Yeah, if it's greater than the loot's characteristics, then they're slain.
Yeah, so on a 3-up, this guy was slain. You rolled a 4, and you did a good job of making sure that you were outside of 3 inches of all the rest of the units, so none of them could pile in and get back on the objective. So there's the big brain play for that interesting interaction. And then you do, we found out about controlling more on this battle plan. You do you only can, the wording was controlling can only be done basically twice. So if you siphoned all the melt water,
you can only
then you can only contest it if the opponent is trying to take the objective. But in this case, he had these 2 objectives that he was holding, and I'm holding this one, and I've siphoned all the meltwater from these other 2, which I'm able to contest but not control. So he actually gets the more in this situation. So there we go. So you got 5 points for your turn, 14-10, going into Skaven, bottom of 3.
Yeah.
Here we are, Skaven, bottom of turn 3. We took as our battle tactic Magical Mayhem. The Carnosaur had 2 wounds left on him. He is no longer there, as you can see. We got the Pendulum off, and we got a Blizzard off with a natural 12. We had 1 Primal to throw at it. We did 11 wounds with the Blizzard, killed him. The Pendulum then moved over here and killed 3 of those guys. So we accomplished our battle tactic thus far. We moved over our Plague Pack to take that objective. Set up charges over here. And we Skitter Leaped our Gracier over here for Surround and Destroy next turn if we need it. And we moved up our Sensor Bearers to within range here. The Bell over here, we tried to go for the Summon. On the Vermin Lord, we needed a 3-up, and we rolled a 1, which just kills the Bell straight outright, so he's gone. So we're down both Bells. This Gravetide is wild. We got to move it because it's my turn. So we'll see what we're going into here on the charges. Okay, here we are, bottom of Skaven, turn 3. We accomplished our battle tactic as we showed earlier, Magical Mayhem. We came in here, and these warriors did 1 clan rat. They killed 1 clan rat, and then the censor just sensed them senselessly. I don't know. He sent them with poisonous fumes. He did his 2-up D3 plus 4 mortals because he got only 2 wounds, and he rolled 7 mortal wounds and then did 1 more wound with his useless weapons. Skritter over here, little gentleman with the warp stone here, killed the last warrior with the aura of corruption, and that scores us 1 for this objective, 2 and more, because the only objective that he has is still that one over there. We killed the Carnosaur with these sensor bearers. On the charge, they were 5 attacks each, so that was just 50 attacks. It's a lot. So, yeah, so we scored 5 points there, and it's 15 to 14. Skaven, going roll for 4. We can probably talk. Oh, it's 2 and 2. So you do win it.
Yeah.
So would you just talk it out? You take it, and then we'll talk out and come back with what we can see at the end. All right, here we are. We kind of talked out the rest of the game. So you won the turn going into turn 4, and your battle tactic.
Yeah. I just chose intimidate the invaders.
Yep, and you got your little.
Doing that is very intimidating.
Your little guys.
I actually got them up to here the first turn.
Yeah, they ended up just getting across with an auto 6 run roll.
Got 2 points there, up to 16.
Yep.
Will not get my grand strategy because these guys can just sit next to 12 and stop that.
Right. And then for my battle tactic, bottom of 4, I just went with a magical dominance and just cast an arcane bolt. And then we rolled off for 5, and you got the roll off again. No additional battle tactic you could get. And then I had surround and destroy set up here and over there with the hero, and then the warp grinder in the corner there. About grand strategies, I was contesting your Realmshaper, so you don't get it.
Yep, okay.
And then I still have 3 Pestilence or Master Clan heroes. Kraxigor, Furnace, and the Scabic there. So that gives us 27-14. It was a hard-fought battle there and tied up until you ran out of the majority of your models there at the end. Both bells died. What you thinking? That was not a bad game. This has been a while since we played this battle plan.
Yeah. I should have read more on the battle plan, but it didn't affect much in my actual gameplay, so I liked it.
How'd you feel about playing against the 2 bells?
It's not fun when things get summoned on you, of course, but that wasn't too bad. I mean, I did end up killing it. Then the other bell just killed itself, which shows that there's always that chance.
Yeah.
So, I didn't really get affected much by the actual bells. Doing the normal thing. Yeah,
the peels from the bells didn't roll. We rolled the 2-up D6 mortals, like 2 turns on both of them. And then we rolled the aura for 4-up for each unit within 13. Enemy unit does D3 mortals, but that happens at the end of the hero phase. And I rolled to try and summon the Vermin Lord and kill them before then. So no real consequential auras there, and some of the other battle reports you probably saw the -1 to hit auras, which really gave lots of issues. But yeah, so this is interesting. I'm not sure about the Maelstrom. Got it off 1 time. I don't know if I have enough casters to really make good use of it, but the interaction with Skaven Brew of killing off my own models kind of was the thought, and also to give some kind of a ranged threat for perhaps some cities of Sigmar kind of units, or armies rather. So trying to see what else we can do with that extra 60 points. Any changes you would make to your list?
I'm not sure that I need this Slann. He's good, but I don't know that I need that many casts for that amount of points. Definitely a good thing in other lists. I just don't know if my list needs it. So I might go to a Starseer or something like that. I'm not sure yet, though.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Thanks for the game.
Yes.
Let us know what you guys think. We have playlists for each army in the on the channel there. So if you'd like to see more Skaven, there's more Skaven there. More Seraphon there too. So let us know what you think.